Maybe we're not.
Yeah,
Let me
me
check.
neither. Oh, no,
Oh,
we're
there,
live.
there we are.
It just took a minute. Got our delay.
There we are. I don't know what y'all are talking about. I see it.
Oh, yeah, it's there now. It just kicked in.
Right when I clicked on it.
I didn't click live.
Yeah. I knew it.
Told you.
Indication.
I went live with cams. I turned our sound on, and then I immediately got up and got water and did not click the start streaming button. I get back just in time to hear Silently say, "I don't think we're live." Like fuck.
I knew we weren't live.
It's good. That's exactly why we should be joining the stream, folks. Exactly why we should be joining the stream. Because that could have been a horrible revelation to have at 4 o'clock.
For real. Yeah. We're live the whole time. Yeah, I'm sure our fans are wondering where we were 2 minutes late.
It's happened. We've gone back during UCM days. We forgot to go live for a stream.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You don't
I did
remember?
not remember.
You don't remember that? We went live. We went on break. Came back from break, and that's when we found out we hadn't been live. We'd recorded it, but we had not been live.
I do think I remember that. Because I think I remember doing a recap. All right. So what just happened is like having to do a summary when we came back from the break. Are we recording all these, brother, and like keeping the recording somewhere? Are you doing that?
Yeah, they're stored on the PC. I need to start putting them on YouTube. But what we need to do is we had that short stint where the recordings weren't so good due to the internet connection and everything. We need to find a way to record like a short recap of what happened during those episodes. But from like episode 23 and up, those are all good. The ones before that are kind of hit and miss.
Sounds like, or could we? It would be good to start at one of those weekly meetings. I wonder if it's good enough from the week 2 meeting on to start posting there and just do a week recap of what happened before that. I'll have to look and see.
Yeah, I'll start. What I'll probably do is I'll just start posting from when they started being clear, and whenever we got a chance, we'll do a recap. Because I mean, honestly, right now there's not much of a reason to worry about it.
That may not be the best idea because it may be in the middle of some shit. It may be easier to recap if we wait an episode or something. We'll look at it.
Episode 25, I think, is a good start. That's when we had. Well, I'll let you know. Yeah, we'll do a meeting because there's one of them that's like perfect. It's right after we got back from a mission, and we're like, there is a recap in that episode, and then we take off on something fresh. Right before we started doing this last run of before the Armin episode. Clients is what I was thinking of.
Before the third team. Yeah, as long as it's not in the middle of an arc. We don't want to start posting videos of like mid-combat coming back. So as long as it's like, so we'll figure it out. All right, fellas. Well, I know that Cade's been feeling super weird for at least the last hour. Y'all, he got in there early. He was an hour early to work today. He's that guy that forgot to change his clock and showed up early. And
my schedule's just been so off this week.
March. Thankfully, phones automatically update time and the computers and stuff. But I tell you, I got confused when I was driving in my car and I looked at the clock and suddenly I was like, wait a second. What time is it? So yes, we're all adjusted. And not only is this episode 31, but it is the Ides of March. So you better beware. We got to have Friday the 13th and the Ides of March, fellas, all on the same weekend. So this should be, is it full moon? We also got a full moon out there. This should be quite the show. Wait a second. Y'all hear that? I hear a little music starting to play. What? Wow, wow, chicka, wow, wow, chicka, gets weird now. Wow, wow, chicka, wow, wow, chicka, gets weird now. As the SupPR LA show logo spins in, we hear the heavy guitar riff begin to play with our theme music. Wow, wow, chicka, wow, wow, chicka, gets weird now. The narrator pipes in. All right, Sweirdos, Super Sunday has arrived. So grab your cowls and capes because it's time to get super weird. Wow, wow. Wow, wow. Chicka gets weird now. The music continues to play loudly as we have scenes flashing by from previous episodes of SupPR LA as we begin episode 31 of SupPR LA. In the first scene, we see all three SupPR LA supervisors, Brock, Carvine, and Mike, in their high-tech conference room, planning out their training day with the help of the Guerrilla Strategy app, GhostTrack. Holographic displays alight as the supervisors select teams and establish general parameters for the drills. 3 teams of 3, each challenged with rescuing 3 hostages in randomized simulations generated within their super room virtual reality space. In the next scene, the first team, Brock, Threadline, and Hugh, are logging into a simulation and finding themselves in a giant insect nest as a holographic timer begins ticking in the sky. 1, 2, 3. Wow, 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 wow. In the next scene, we got 3 hostages being held tightly in stockades formed from the wax of this insect nest. Armin, Isabella are calling out for help as Barrel to Barrel struggles against his bounds until Threadline expertly slices through the illusion, revealing the single hostage, Armin, and the hostile Superbot, which the team makes short work of. In the next scene, wow, wow, chicka, wow, wow, chicka, gets weird now. Armin is being zapped from behind by a mech wasp drone as the team attempts to leave the first chamber and then flees to the next challenge. In the next scene, 3 CPR agents and Armin are floating within a hive chamber. Isabella Vargas held hostage and encapsulated by a bubble in the ceiling where a menacing superbot stands guard. In the next scene, Brock, Threadline, and Hugh are destroying the Superbot with some super teamwork. Before Threadline shoots and bursts the bubble holding Isabella, Hugh catches the falling mob princess with the sound of a few cracking ribs. Wow, 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 wow. Gets weird now. And the last scene of our montage, our 5 characters, the 3 CPR agents and their 2 rescued hostages, are charging towards the third and final room of the simulation. Wow, 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 wow. Gets weird now. Music begins to fade and die down. Wow, 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 wow. Welcome back to SupPR LA, a Super Weird Studios production. This episode of SupPR LA brought to you by Tintagrip Stylus Scripters. Script in 360. The logo spins in with vibrant purples and green coloring, showing a tentacle wrapped around a high-tech writing pen above the slogan for Tintagrip Stylus Scripters. Then the large logo spins out, replaced by a live camera feed. As the episode begins, the camera shows the 3 agents. We've got Brock, Threadline, and Hugh charging ahead of their 2 hostages that they rescued, Armin and Isabella Vargas. Of course, this is all in a virtual world. The only real people in here, of course, are 3 agents. But they do appear to be within a hallway of an insect hive, connecting each of these little cells of the colony. There's a buzzing in the air around as this hive seems to be alive with activity in the surrounding cells. As you make your way through this waxy hallway, the shimmer before you that separates each of the rooms has turned from a red to a green. As the 3 of you charge ahead, your 2 rescued hostages behind you. Let's go ahead and roll initiative. It gets weird now. Music
If I
finally.
put your roles in the chat.
Yeah, that'd be good. Be good. Go ahead and pop those rolls up in El Tomato. As people around the multiverse are tuning in to SupPR, people of all types, people that aren't people, beings and creatures of all types. They're wrapping their tentacles around their controllers and flipping the channel just in time for SupPR. They're mentally activating their televisions with their telepathic powers. Some are cutting out their fifth and sixth dimensions so that they can just focus on the four dimensions they need to watch this show, as creatures throughout the multiverse are in fact beginning to tune in as you all roll initiative and quickly head into the next room. The timer, digital timer that is omnipresent while you're in here, is ticking 111 seconds. And that's where we're going to pick up. If you turn your attention to the live game doc, you will see our combat map, our situational map, I should say. And it looks like, go ahead, Silas, and give me a reroll on your initiative since you tied
That's 7 for the reroll.
with Caden. Okay. So it's going to be Threadline. No. It's going to be Brock, Threadline, and Hugh. Same order as before.
I like
Nothing
red
changed.
line, thread line, thread line, thread line.
Brock, Threadline, Hugh will have Armin and Isabella go after that. We roll for enemy. Okay. So basically what we'll do, put these up. And we'll have the bot that you are expecting go after you all. All right. So we don't know exactly what we're going to find in this room yet, fellas, because we have to do some rolls. So everybody is going to roll a D100. And then I need one of y'all to roll a D6. I think it's Caden's turn to roll a D6.
Right.
All right, and pop your rolls in the Twitch, if you would, please. The show's so popular that there's people making bets throughout the multiverse. There's live betting going on. People are trying to see if they can bet on the powers of this next opponent that you're going to be facing. And there's all different kind of odds at different gambling establishments throughout the multiverse. People are see, if they get one of the powers right, a certain payoff. Some people are hoping they get two or three and get massive payoffs, as this show is a massive phenomenon around the multiverse. And people are excited as we're getting ramped up here. There are even versions of the theme song that are played on various music stations throughout the multiverse. All right. So we got a 24, a 90, and a 33. All right. Let me make a note here. Gonna be, and then I'm gonna roll to see how I'm going to modify your roll. All right. Okay. Good numbers, fellas. All good numbers. Oh, me too. All right. And then on the D6, you rolled a 6. All right. Ooh. Ooh.
Probably for
Right.
the surprise rounds we get.
We'll find out what that is in a second. As you all enter this third room, what's the strategy? Is Brock heading in first with the other two shortly behind?
If
I'm actually going to throw it to you all. Uh, the world is yours, but I will let you know I'm going to start the timer. So the world's yours. 111,
I
112.
believe Brock went through the door first, followed by Armin and Vargas. Only because I think I held back, they were behind me, and then we fended off something, and then I ran, and then they followed me in.
And then he was
Okay.
close behind, also running in, trying to
And then
cover
thread
the.
line. That's right.
I'll take the
That's
rear.
yeah, thread line. You were the last through. And those two were behind you. All right. All right. So as you charge in, let's let me get the powers real quick so I can tell y'all what you see, because that's going to determine kind of what you see here. Oh, cool. Well, the first thing you see is engulfed in flames. A superbot body wreathed in flames, looking very menacing. You also notice oh shit,
I don't like that laugh.
that the flames change to ice. You see this ice encrusted figure, and then seemingly randomly changes to rock. As you see this ever changing elemental uh, bot, seems to be infused with some pretty interesting abilities. In my last one, aha. As the bot turns to regard you, you see that it's got two visors, one on the front and one on the back, and its head spins around as it's got two specific faces on its one head.
Interesting.
I will say that one of the faces is keeping an eye on this massive bear who's beating and pounding at rock that has encased the bottom half of the bear, just leaving his torso free, and he's like uh, rock molded into the wall behind this bot of the cell. Like he's like part of, like the rocks grew around him. And so Armin, oh bro, fucking help my boy. What they got my boy? Isabella, stay back with me. I'll protect you, babe. As he says that, the rock actually builds up and blocks the entrance where you came in. And it looked to be trapped, locked in here with this two-faced, chaotic elementalist figure. Rock, You're first.
Take a look around. I want to know if I've noticed anything specific or unique about the room, because I know our second room had no gravity.
The thing that's obviously different to y'all is that this time all the entrances to these rooms were open except for like a field that would be red when you couldn't pass through, and then turn greenish when you could. And there's an entrance where you came in, and another exit similar to in the north, all behind where he's got trapped uh, barrel. And instead of being these shimmering red fields, which you'd expect to see, they're now rock, as though barriers have been constructed. Besides that, give me all of y'all mind and body check. Body will be first because you're going to investigate, look around, figure out what's going on, and then mind for your perception. If anybody's got any combat expertise or strategic expertise, this would be an advantage. Got knowledge in combat if you got a power related to that.
Oh my god. Guys, I'm so sorry.
Go ahead and post them up in L Chateau. El Twitcho.
Dirty body. Body dirty.
Dirty body. I got a body. I got a dirty body.
Nasty body.
Three,
Oh wow.
6,
We got two
1.
we got two dirty ones on body checks.
-4.
Oh yeah.
Mind. No, I'm just kidding. I know that's not
Oh,
negative. Uh,
it's 4.
I know
Mine.
everything.
Oh god, it's not even possible. All right. In general, we'll go from biggest to smallest, and we'll talk. We'll do. Ooh, wow, 1, 1, 3. Okay. So, Brock, you do notice this room is very similar to the others. It's like this hard, waxy substance that builds these cells within this hive. It, like the previous one, is triangular shaped, and it goes to a point at the ceiling where it's higher in the middle. So it's like 60 feet high in the center. So the walls curve to that. So it's like pyramidal. It's like a pyramid prism. So triangular prism. So you do notice that this figure that is changing of various different elements every few seconds, randomly, not on a pattern, is seeming to be guarding Beryl, who is again rocky, held to the ground. You don't really notice anything else other than that going on. You don't see any other threats. You do have gathered that, oh, mine 15. You haven't gathered shit, but that's what you see. So with our
Fair,
one
fair.
body, y'all notice that the it seems that when this figure, what you additionally notice is when this figure changes into their rocky form, fire, ice, rock, the rock looks like the same rock that's holding Beryl. So it seems like the powers of this individual are related to what they're using to trap their captive. So you notice that, and then with those mind scores, it's going to be a 6 and a 4. Uh, that there's no pattern to the elemental changing of this figure, and it gives you a sense of chaos.
Right. With all that, and unfortunately Brock being pretty dumb at the moment, he is smart enough to know that if this thing's changing elements, he probably shouldn't touch it with his bare hands. So he's gonna draw his sword, He's gonna rush in, and I'm going to melee attack the droid with my sword.
I will say one additional piece of information. This would be for Threadline and